Hello and welcome to Hype Play Conclusion. So today we'll be looking at a game recently released called Poppy Playtime. It's a first-person survival horror game. It looks like it will be right up the alley for Five Nights at Freddy's fans. It also looks like it has elements from the old game Rystar on the Sega Genesis with extendable arms. So really excited for it. Let's start off with the hype. Here is the trailer for Poppy Playtime. So Poppy Playtime, as the developers describe it, is a horror puzzle adventure. Now, the elements of play include a grab pack that has two hands that you acquire. They shoot out and they grab onto objects, and then by clicking the mouse that shoots them out or the button that pushes them out, you can pull it back into you. Now, they do share a length meter, so that plays a big part into the puzzles that are found in the game. And then the game itself is 7 areas, distinctive areas of the factory. You start in a lobby with 2 adjoining rooms, one that's kind of like a toy shop, and the other one which looks to be an onboarding room. As well, there's a factory hub. In the middle of that room, we are greeted with the monstrous sight of what is referred to as Huggy Wuggy. There's also a power room you go into that actually introduces us to the puzzle, our first puzzle regarding the grab pack hands. Then there is a shipping/warehouse room that you go into, and then there is a make your own toy room. Seems like a riff on Build-A-Bear. And then there's a large seemingly underground room, and finally what looks to be Poppy's house. There are 3 puzzles in total in Poppy Playtime. The first one is one regarding a train. It's a fairly basic survival horror puzzle. Just look at the train, that gives you the code, input the code, gets you into the onboarding room. There's a lot of physics fun in the play. You get to, obviously, there's a lot of boxes around you can grab and pull towards you, can mess with the physics of things. There are some things that don't react at all to it, but regardless, there is some play there. As far as any hidden objects or things you may pass over, there are 2 hidden VHS tapes that are fairly easy to miss if you're just trying to go from objective to objective. The storytelling elements of play are 5 VHS tapes that are used to world build. So you find the tapes. There are 3 that are impossible to miss, 2 at the beginning, 1 at the end, and then there is 2 that you could easily miss. But their whole entire point is to build the world and give you some little tidbits of story. There are also posters throughout that you'll run into, as well as toy boxes and a couple kind of informational placards that you'll see as well. And those are all pieces of storytelling that the developers use specifically for Poppy Playtime. The play is very linear. There's not much choice in the progression. On my second playthrough back, I thought, oh hey, I hadn't gone back and used both of the grab pack hands to open this door I saw inside of the warehouse lobby area where Huggy Wuggy was, and it wouldn't allow you to go back. So maybe that's hints at what we're going to see in an episode 2, or maybe it's just there to be there. The highlight of play for sure was Huggy's chase. So please do enjoy this uncommentated look at my first attempt. Welcome to the conclusion. I don't believe in ratings, but I also feel like it's a bit of a cop-out if I don't give some kind of ranking or some kind of weight to my experience. So instead, I like to use 3 major criteria for this part. First one is, what are the major elements of the genre of the game? Did they excel in it? How long was the experience? And how much did the game cost? In the horror genre, the 2 elements I believe need to be perfected is atmosphere and sound design. So regarding atmosphere in Poppy Playtime, it has a great atmosphere inside of all the major areas. The only downside, in my opinion, was that all the interconnected conveyor belts that later on took you from location to location, it kind of lessened that sense that this was a real factory, that this was somewhere you could go, and that it had a realistic geography to it. The sound design is really well done, with the most notable part being when Huggy is chasing you through the kind of conveyor belt area, and you can hear him hitting against the walls, sporadically as he's charging towards you. It really gives you this sense that you are being chased down by something. The experience clocks in at about 30-40 minutes. There's not a whole lot of replayability. As mentioned in the play part, there's only about 2 VHS tapes that you could miss, so that may cause you to replay it, but that's really it. The length itself, though, is understandable since this is just 1 chapter, and it's not the intended final game. A little note on that, though, is that they don't really upfront tell you it's just a single chapter. Not until you have purchased, go to play it, and then see that chapter 1 right after hitting start game. The cost for a single episode is about $5, and out of all the criteria, this one really matters the least, but it is used to give a perspective to the experience. Now, the perspective I gleaned, my conclusion from all of this, is that it's an experience worth checking out. It's a piece of entertainment that is well worth the cost of admission. But if you're patient, it might be even more worth it.